Hello, Fat Grandma here. It is Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm not calling it the other thing. Everybody can call it whatever they want to, but I'm choosing the new, new and improved holiday for October, federal holiday. Anyway, so it's Monday, and I would normally do a Solds video either today or tomorrow, but as you know, if you've been watching, I've kind of shifted gears a little bit. This video I recorded Saturday. What you guys are going to see took you along for a couple of errands that I was running, and I just wanted to jump in here beforehand and let you know that the sound, there's a lot of crackling going on, and it's because the camera was vibrating when I'd hit a certain speed and the camera would vibrate in the car. And so I believe that's what the sound is. I tried editing as much of it out as I could. If it drives you crazy, just fast forward a little bit. And, anytime the car is sitting where I'm at a light or whatever, it's not doing it. So, it's just for little periods when I'm actually driving and the car gets to a certain speed, it starts to make the crackling sound. And I think it's a vibration that the camera was picking up, that the mic on the camera was picking up. So there's nothing I can do about it. Just next time I know what not to do. I know I'm going to have to do something different with the camera when I mount it in the car. Anyway, since I'm not really doing Solds videos anymore, in the last video I shared what had sold from the previous video through that day, on the 4th, I think it was. And so I've had I've had a number of solds since then. What I'm going to do is just jump in at the end and do a quick rundown of what sold, so that it just feels weird not to talk about the items that sold and tell you guys something about them, where I got them from, or how much I paid for them, how long they've been in my store. I think that information is helpful if people are interested in what has sold, and how much something like that might go for, depending on what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that at the end of this video, but it's just going to be the items that have sold since my last video. And I think it was a quickie video. I can't even remember what it was. Yeah, I talked about the quarterly eBay coupon, and I just rambled about some other stuff. So anyway, I will put a timestamp in here somewhere. If you guys are interested in just seeing the solds, you can jump to the end of the video, and I'll put a timestamp here so you can go watch that part if that's what you want to see. If not, you can just jump through the other stuff. I guess that's it. This is totally new. What you guys are going to see, I have not done before. So you'll have to let me know, aside from the sound problem, if this is something that you enjoy watching, so I know whether or not to do it again. Because I don't know. I'm still playing with things and trying to figure out what I'm doing, and maybe I'll just keep doing different things, and that's what this channel will be, just me doing whatever I'm doing. Anyway, you'll see solds at the end, and this is just me letting you know about the sound problem. So the whole video isn't that way, it's just while I'm actually driving in the car. So I hope that you guys at least enjoy parts of it, and I'll see you next time. I think this thing is recording. I'm not positive, and I don't know if I even have it angled the right way, but I thought I would try recording while I'm running errands today. Actually going out to the auction to pick up a few things that I got last night, and nothing to scream about, but I think I got 4 lots of stuff. So, and if the camera's
jostled around a lot, it's because I've got it hanging. I'm going over a speed bump. Anyway, it's because I've got it on my rear view mirror, but I used my neck strap. And it's not just like a regular strap that's very floppy. It's kind of, you can bend it into place, kind of like Gumbies and Pokies that you used to have when you were a kid. It bends like that, so I'm hoping that it will be somewhat stabilized on the rearview mirror. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to record too long. I don't want to use up too much of my memory card in the camera because I want to record when I get to the auctions. And I do have another card with me, I think. I brought the other one. I know I brought another battery, but that will not help with the memory. So, this person's crawling. I love it when people pull out in front of you. There's 2 other lanes to the end, and now they're going to run the light. Anyway, there's 2 other lanes they could have pulled into, and they pulled right in front of me and then crawled. And then the light turned yellow, and instead of stopping like they should have, they just sped through it. So now I'm stuck at the light because they jumped in front of me. Whatever. Anyway, so the lots that I got, the most expensive one was $7.50. The other 3 lots I paid $5 each for, plus tax. And there's an 18% buyer's fee, I think, that this auction house charges, which isn't as bad as some of them. One of them charges 20 or 25%. Anyway, but the other place also starts their lots at $10 each. So I avoid them when I can. If anybody else has anything that I want, I'll shop at the other auctions before I shop at that one. Just because if it starts at 10, it's only going to get worse, you know. The one that I really like to go to starts everything at $1. They start the lots at $1, but they're moving to a new location, so they haven't had an auction in a few weeks. So I'm driving on the one out in Surprise again. There used to be 2 out here where I'm going, but one of them closed over 6 months ago, and I used to really like that one. And the husband passed away, and the wife, I think, was just overwhelmed by it all. She tried to keep it going for a while, but she finally just decided to stop. And they had tons of inventory. I don't know what happened to everything. Okay, there's an ambulance driving through a parking lot with lights on. That's interesting. Like, why? I don't understand. Are they behind me now? I don't know if they're coming up behind me or if they're going the other way. Nope, they went the other way. Okay, I don't have to slow down. Anyway, so the latest thing at home, and I can actually talk at a volume where I don't have to worry about anybody hearing me when I'm in the car. My mother, if you guys have watched any of my videos from the past or the ones where I've talked about things, she used to decorate her front yard for all the holidays, just like I did. And but I mean, hers was a huge fiasco. And we're talking like, and she's got a fairly large front yard, you know, but the yard was full of stuff to the point where there was no space for anything really. And she did it for Halloween, she did it for Christmas, Easter. I mean, she didn't do as much decorating for Easter or like St. Patrick's Day or the other holidays. Thanksgiving she decorated, you know, and it was insane how much stuff she put in the front yard. Blow-ups, animatronic type things, all kinds of stuff. I mean, for years people would purposely come to, somebody's trying to cause an accident. Oh, they're going to run a red light. I should have the camera facing the other way so you guys could see the lunatic drivers that we have here in Phoenix. It did not used to be like this, but everyone has moved here from everywhere else. I guess that happens anywhere, but Arizona is quite popular. I don't know why, because it gets so friggin' hot here during the summer, but a lot of people leave during the summer and they only come here like from October through like April. They're here and they go back to wherever they normally live. And so you get all these people, snowbirds, and they come and they drive like crazy people, and and then they go home after it's after it's not nice here anymore. But right now, the weather's starting to get nicer. It was 103 yesterday, so it's still awful, but it's supposed to be dropping back down again. It's been nice for the last couple of weeks. And when I say nice, I mean in the 90s. Because that's nice for us. Because when it's 110 or more for a solid month, that, 90 is nice. When you get 90, you're like, woo, and especially because it'll cool down at night then. It's only, it'll get down into the 70s at night if it's 90 during the day. So, that's tolerable. You can go outside at night, you can have your windows open and stuff, but, when it's 110 or more during the day, then it's, in the 90s at night, and it's still too miserable to even be outside. So, I don't know where all this traffic is coming from. It's Saturday. Maybe I left earlier than I normally do. People are still out running their morning errands or something. But you guys may be only getting half of my face, so I don't know. Anyway, back to what I was going to talk about, and then I'm going to shut the camera off so I can use up all my memory card. She's got all this stuff that she used to decorate the front yard, and she stopped doing the front yard and putting all the decorations out in 2020 when the pandemic happened. And, because she didn't want no one was going to trick or treat that year, and if they did, you didn't know who was sick and who wasn't, and so it just, and so she didn't decorate that year, and now she's got the chickens and all the other, she makes projects, she makes work for herself that is unnecessary, and the chickens are one of those things, but anyway, so she hasn't decorated since then. It's too much work, really. Her back is messed up too. Hers is from an injury that she got at work. Mine's just my back is stupid. Anyway, and she's had surgery on hers and everything else. So, but her, between her back and the amount of time that she spends every day, turning everything on, because she has timers, but they don't work half the time. Anyway, so she hasn't decorated, so she keeps saying she's going to get rid of all this stuff, and I'm like, let me sell it. She won't let me have a yard sale, so I can't sell any of my stuff that I want to get rid of, or any of her stuff, because at the house I can't do a yard sale. She doesn't want strangers coming to the house for anything. Even if they're all out in the driveway, it doesn't matter. She doesn't want any of the, she gets very racist when it comes to us having a yard sale, and there would just be a bunch of people that she doesn't care for at the house, and she doesn't want that. So we can't have a yard sale. So I'm like, okay, I'll go to the swap meet. I can rent a U-Haul. We could put all of the crap in there, and I could go sell it all, and of course we wouldn't get out of it what she might get at a yard sale, or what we might get if I was to put it on Facebook, or, Facebook Marketplace is kind of a waste of time, but if you're trying to sell something local, even Craigslist, I could put this stuff on Craigslist. She's got the things that are 6 feet tall, that move when you walk past them and stuff for Halloween, everything you can think of, and we're talking, even at bottom barrel prices, I could probably pull in at least $500 for her with all the crap. I'm more, probably closer to 1,000, I'm guessing. But and that's if I sold stuff cheap. She's got so much of it. There's an entire bedroom in the house full of her Christmas decorating stuff, and the other room, one of the other bedrooms, has the Halloween stuff in it. So, and it's all in totes. The stuff that'll fit in totes is in totes, and the rest of it is standing. I mean, it is an insane amount of stuff. So, but yesterday, there was a couple of things that she had that were brand new, still in boxes, and she had told me, I don't know, like 6 months ago, you could sell these, and like on eBay or whatever, because they're small enough that I could ship them, and it wouldn't be horrible. And they still had the boxes that they came in, and it was some Sesame Street figures, Christmas decoration figures, whatever. A couple feet tall, maybe a foot tall, but they come apart. Anyway, so I went in and got them out of the bedroom last night. I was going to take pictures in the living room once it got dark outside, because she leaves the front window open, so she has blinds, but she opens them, and so the sunlight's in there, and I wanted to plug them in and turn them on so I could get a photo so people can see that they work, and so I go into the living room to plug them in, and she comes in, turns the light on in the living room, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she says, are you going to put this together? And I'm like, yeah, I have to take pictures. Well, then it'll be too hard to, you'll break them when you take them back apart. I'm like, no, I won't. I've done the yard things before. I had my own. I got rid of them all, but they have little wire things that fit into, they come apart and go back together. It's not easy, but you can do it, and it doesn't break them and whatever. And it's like, okay, you're the one that told me I could sell these, but now you're telling me how to do it. And I'm like, how am I supposed to sell these without taking a picture of them? I said, you wouldn't buy something. I can't just take a picture of the box. The box doesn't have a photo of the item on the box. They're brown shipping boxes that they came in, these items. There's no photo of them on the outside of the box. You can't tell what it is. It's not like I can describe it. And these things are at least 5 years old. Well, no, it's longer than that even. They're probably closer to 8 years old. And so there isn't going to be a photo online. I don't even know where she bought them. She doesn't remember where she bought them or ordered them from or whatever. So, it's not like I can go to the website and snag the photo from there. Anyway, I just stuck them back in the corner bedroom, and I'm over it, So now she's talking about she's going to put all the totes in the back of her truck and take them to Goodwill. And it's like, insane person, do whatever you're going to do. I don't even care anymore. She can just knock herself out. She won't do it. We're going to have to dump all of this crap in a dumpster in the driveway whenever she's gone someday. She's never going to take everything and donate it, and Goodwill of all places. Why would you take anything there? I wouldn't donate to anything to Goodwill. There's plenty of other places. The White Dove thrift store that supports Hospice of the Valley is where I would donate things, because we had a hospice for my dad, and those people were amazing. The whole program is amazing. It doesn't cost anything, and they take care of everything. When the person passes away, they come to your house, and, you just call them, and they come, and they call the mortuary, and they do everything. They do everything, And so, if I have stuff to donate, that's where I donate, sometimes. Sometimes I donate to the animal rescue place. Sometimes I donate there. But Goodwill, I'm not giving them anything, so they can piss off. Anyway, so that's what happened yesterday. So I'm going to shut this off now.
1 hour later.
Thank you. Oh, those are tiny.
Stand now.
Does this work? No. Dang it. Or do you have to have it open?
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a trigger in that.
okay. I'll test it when I get it home. Okay. I'm going to give you this piece of tape. The longer they sit on there, the more chance there is I have to try and get it off with alcohol or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
This one has the key in it, yeah. Alright. Thank you.
How's your puppy?
Enjoy, my dear.
Oh, thank you. I get to go home and take pictures of everything now. Ha-
You too.
Have a good weekend.
Good to see both of you.
Good to see you out and about.
Yeah, nice.
Because I was already in Surprise, I decided to drive a little further out and come to 99-cent only store in El Mirage. Okay. The store is huge. This is a big 99-cent. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. If I walk really slow, it still does it. If I find an abandoned cart in a store somewhere, I'm stealing it. Alright. Nothing new. You never know what the stores are going to have. Sometimes they have different stuff. So I figured since I'm out here anyway, I might as well look, you know? I think these are cute, but they're melanin. So, be easier to ship, but nobody would want to pay shipping for that. I don't see anything here that I haven't seen at the other stores. Nothing new or different. There's some more of the zombies. They're not selling very well. I think I'm going to be stuck with those. Because if people aren't buying them here, they're probably not going to buy them on eBay. I may have to just break even and make my money back on them if I can. Reduce the price. I thought they were really cool. Thought somebody might want them, but I was wrong. Alright, I need paper towels. I used to always buy huge quantities, but I had some when I moved into my mother's. and she told me I could put them in the laundry room, and I did, and then they got used, not by me. So I don't put anything in the laundry room anymore, so I can't buy huge quantities of stuff anymore because I don't have room for it. So I just have to get a couple rolls at a time. So it costs a little bit more, but then I don't have to worry about them disappearing. I'm sure she didn't do it on purpose. She probably just thought they were hers, but she forgot. She told me I could put mine out there. So I just don't put them out there anymore. Then I don't have to worry about my stuff disappearing, and when I need something, I can't find it, or I don't have it anymore. Oh, the line's awful here. Okay, I'm not going to stand in line for paper towels, so if I don't find anything else, I will not buy these here. I'm trying to lean on one side of it and see if it'll stop doing that. Oh, there's more of the canisters. Oh, they have the extra big one too. No. Oh, I wish I'd known. They have the extra tall one. They had, wait, is this the one that, no. I'm trying to remember what sizes I got. No, this is taller than 6 inches. Because the ones that I got, I think the tallest one was 6 inches, and I sold that one and the next one that was a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these. Star Wars. Is this Star Wars? It looks like a baby Yoda. It is Star Wars. These are cute. I wonder if they're selling it all, though. I'm gonna see, because I haven't seen these before. Sold. Here we go. It was not working before. One. That's not the same. So there's 4 listed and none sold. Damn it. Because they're really cute. And they're only $5, but people aren't even selling them at $20, although it's not Christmas time yet. So that would explain why they have not sold yet. So I don't know. Worth it. I know the Disney stuff with Mickey will eventually sell, but the Star Wars stuff, I just don't know. I don't know, because I'm not a Star Wars person. The original Star Wars, yes, but I have not gotten into the stuff since the original. So I've watched some of them. The Jar Jar Binks one just kind of turned me off to the whole thing. He was so annoying. I couldn't watch anymore after that. So that was the end of Star Wars for me.
Okay, so I'm just going to do as quick of a rundown of my solds as I can, as I'm capable of. I will try not to get sidetracked, so this doesn't take very long, and then this video will be finished. This is the end. So the first thing I sold, since, let's see, this is from the 4th. So this is the 5th through the 9th. This is what's been sold starting on the 5th through today. The first item was a Japanese vase. It was vintage and it was fairly tall. I talked about this in another video. I'd had someone message me and ask me if it leaked, and they wanted me to put water in it and let it sit. They were trying to get me to clean the thing, and I didn't. So anyway, someone bought it and they paid the full price and didn't ask me to do any weird things to clean it or anything else. It sold for $15.74. They paid $8.56 shipping. So that vase has sold. Let's see. And I'm going to give you guys a total on the profit at the end. Not going to do it by item. Next item was a Lefton 1970s green floral ceramic deviled egg tray with salt and pepper shakers. I overpaid for this, but I really wanted these, and I thought it was a really nice item, did not realize that the bottom of the egg tray itself was one of the corner feet. It had little feet on each corner. One of them was cracked, chipped, whatever. And so I had to reduce the price. I lost probably $10 on it because of that piece being chipped. But, at least it sold. And it sold for, I don't remember if I told you guys, $18.99, and the shipping was $11.43. The next item I sold was a vintage QT clown sand doll, and it was handmade, hand painted, had two-tone hair. It was made in 1987, so vintage. Sold for $19.95, and they paid $7.85 in shipping. Let's see. Next item I sold, it was a wall trivet. Faith Family and Friends decorative wall trivet. It was only 4.5 by 5.5 inches. I had two others that were mine. This one I picked up at a thrift store and I paid $1 for it. It sold for a whopping $3.50. I've been dropping the price. It's been listed for probably at least 10 months. Anyway, again, it sold for $3.50. They paid almost double that in shipping. They paid $6.78 in shipping. It was ceramic and a little bit heavy. So at least it sold. That's one of the things I was thinking I was going to have to either sell at the swap meet or just donate, because I didn't know if it would even sell at the swap meet. So at least it sold. The next item I sold was a large camel figurine. It was a patchwork, kind of bohemian folk art type thing. And apparently these are a thing. I had never seen one until I got this one. I got it in an auction lot with a bunch of other stuff. I've already sold 3 items from that lot, so the lot is paid for. I paid $25 for the lot. Again, it sold for $17, and they made me an offer, and I took it. And shipping was $16.60. The next item I sold, and these were something that came out of my mom's kitchen. They were brand new, vintage yellow plastic corn on the cob set. It was 4 corn trays with 8 skewers, and a lot of you have probably seen these. Anyway, surprisingly, it sold for $7.29, and shipping was $6.44. That's another one of those things I didn't know if it was ever going to sell, but it did. Wasn't horrible, and I didn't pay anything for it, so it's a decent sale for what it was. The next item I sold was a lot of 13 cassette tapes, and they were mostly country. There was one new, still in the wrapping and everything. The rest of them, you could tell that they'd been used, listened to, whatever, but they were all in good shape. I've been reducing this lot. Anyway, it sold for $8.99, and they paid $5.42 in shipping. And the next item I sold was a vintage lucite resin acrylic turtle with abalone shell. It was either a soap dish or a trinket dish, more likely a soap dish. That's kind of what it looked like. You guys will see pictures up here. So anyway, it sold for $10, and shipping they paid was $6.78. And the last item I sold, and this sale just happened like in the last hour, and this also came from my mom's kitchen, was a pair of 2 Campbell's soup bowl mugs. It was the kids' soup and salad sandwiches. Anyway, those 2 mugs sold for $8.29, and they paid $8.75 in shipping. And my profit for all of these items was $74. That's after my eBay fees, after my cost of goods. That doesn't include my box and bubble wrap, so probably more like $65 in profit. And it wasn't a full week. It was from the 5th, so that was Thursday, and today's Monday. So 4 days, 4 or 5 days worth of sales. So things have picked up a little bit. Still pretty low dollar on most of the sales, but there's been activity. So it's, things are going okay. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see what I come up with to share next time. You guys have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye. What seems to be the problem? What's wrong? What's wrong? What? What do you need? Simon. He was sitting up here in his cat tree screaming at me, would not stop meowing, and I pulled out the camera, and now he's being quiet. You're a faker. He doesn't make any noise. What? How come your meows are being silent now all of a sudden? I swear he knows when I'm using the camera. What? Well, there's one. What's the matter? Poor Simon. Listen, fatty. I have a picture from earlier that I will share with you guys of him hogging most of the bed. What? What's the matter?